So your 18-year-old has left for college. Have you ever wondered what would happen in the case of an emergency where he or she wound up in the hospital or visiting a doctor for something serious? If you haven't thought about it, maybe you should, because unfortunately, they don't have to call you. And I'd like to teach you a little bit about why that is and maybe how to get around it. I would first like you to think about a friend who's being challenged with what if scenario. Say your friend has an 18-year-old who had an emergency at college and they didn't call her. We want to address those things here, and your sharing videos like this can help your friend. We would appreciate it, as will they. I'm Valerie Zammitti, an estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey, and we're here to educate everyone for free. So please drop us your questions, and hopefully together we're going to help some folks along the way. Now, to start, much of the secrecy around your medical information was enhanced quite a bit by the privacy laws that were created back in 1996. There was an act that we now refer to as HIPAA for short. Now, any individual who actually discloses your information against those regulations can possibly be fined tens of thousands of dollars and even see jail time. And I know privacy is important, but wow, that seems wild. So if your kids are away at school or really anywhere else other than in your vicinity and something happens to them, they're over the age of 18, they would need to consent to your being contacted if they're able to, right? And this is true even if they're under your medical insurance. Crazy. You pay the bill, but they don't have to contact you when it's happening. So that's a bit of a scary red flag that I would want to do something about. Now, of course, if your child either doesn't give consent or isn't able to give consent, I believe the regulations do allow them to share information with immediate family and even close friends if they find it's in the best interest of the patient, your child. However, that's discretionary, right? And that particular representative gets to choose whether or not this is a right circumstance to contact you. That freaks me out a little bit. My kids are younger, they're not quite there yet, but I know I'm going to do something about that. Now, if they're there, say at a hospital with their roommate, I guess the doctor could talk to them instead of contacting you and resolve the situation. That wouldn't be ideal, I wouldn't think, as a parent, but I believe the regulations would allow for it. Now, I would hope, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I would anticipate that anything requiring consent, that's like a non-emergent situation, such as like, not that they're like rushing into surgery or something, but like if it's a non-emergent surgery, they're suggesting like a broken leg or something, I would think they would probably try to get the family included who will be footing the bill. But I think because it's discretionary, they may not have to. Again, and they're still under your insurance. Instead of just leaving this up to chance, and hopefully emergencies won't happen in your family, but if they do, what I suggest you do is have your young adult children choose up to 3 representatives to serve as their healthcare agents to make medical choices in such a circumstance. Obviously, that might be you as one parent, maybe the other parent, maybe an older sibling, aunt or uncle, I don't know. But 3 responsible people that they would trust to help them with those choices if they couldn't themselves. And of course, the directives that they're setting up should also include some sort of release so that there are no hiccups relative to HIPAA and the doctors being able to release the information in the first place. We hope that you've learned something new here today, that you choose to share, and as always, please take care.